Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is very special. So it's about the verb to be in different tenses. Okay, so we're going to look at all these explanations and examples, and you see that we'll talk about the verb to be, so in present simple, am, is, are, and so in other tenses. So you see was, were, have, has, also have been, has been, and even more advanced structures such as have been, will have been. So really, when do we need to use all these things? Okay, let's start with the form of the verb to be am. So we use am, basically, but there are exceptions, basically. So we use this form am in present simple, and we say I am. For example, I am here, or you can use a short form. You can say it shortly. I'm here. I'm here. I am here, or I'm here. Okay? Next, is. We use is in present simple too. So with he, she, it is. Look, she is very busy. So you can see she is very busy, but we often meet a short form, and so we see she is very busy. Okay, so you see these examples, right? So I am here, it's a full form, and mostly you see I'm here, right? So she is very busy, it's a full form, she is very busy, but we meet a short form very often, and usually it's more often. So she's very busy, she is very busy. Next, so are. We use are with we, you, they. We, you, they are. Look, we are full of optimism. So if you hear or see we are full of optimism, right? So we are full of optimism, it means that we are very optimistic. We are full of optimism, right? So it's a full form, or you can use a short form. So we are. So we are full of optimism. We are full of optimism. Okay, it's more or less the same. It isn't exactly the same. You know that we mostly use short forms in informal English, and it's more neutral. Anyway, so I think that it's a good idea to get used to short forms, and you need to use actually them in your speech. So as much as possible, to sound more natural and to sound more native. Okay, so was and were. So if we look at was and were, we use it with past simple. We say I, he, she, it was. You see, I was right, and you see that we use we, you, they with were. They were mistaken, or they weren't right. So they were wrong, they were mistaken. So it's a collocation, it's a special phrase. So I can tell you, so you are not right, or you are mistaken, or you aren't right, you're mistaken, so you're wrong. Okay, good. So will be. If we look at this structure will be, it's about future simple. And it doesn't matter, so it's I, he, she, it, we always use will be. Will be. Look, it will be a big success. But there is one very important thing, so it will be a big success. So you know it's a full form, so we often meet a short form. So, and it's quite natural to say it'll be a big success. It'll be a big success. Okay, so it's very natural to say so. So if you meet a short form, please don't be surprised. So it means it will be a big success. Okay, very good, my friends. Okay, you see that there are more advanced structures. Yeah, I'm talking about the structures have been and has been. So it's usually about present perfect. Of course, there are some exceptions, and we are going to talk about them at the end of this video too. Okay, so stay with us. So have been and has been, it's about present perfect. So I hope you remember how we form this tense. I, we, you, they have been. So, and he, she, it has been. Okay, so I have been here for half an hour. I have been here for half an hour. So you see that this word for tells us that it's about a perfect tense. I have been here for half an hour. It means that I came to this place half an hour ago, and so I'm still here. Or has been, she has been here all day. You see, all day tells us that we need to use this structure. So if we don't want to use this structure, so for half an hour, or this expression of all day, so we could say I'm here, I was here, she is here, she was here. But if we have for half an hour, if we have all day, we have only one possible solution. Yeah, solution to this problem. Right, we need to use this tense, have been or has been, so you need to memorize it. Okay, my friends, very good. Okay, let's look at one more very advanced structure, had been. So we mostly use it with past perfect, and it doesn't matter, so it's he, she, it, we, they. So we use had been. So what is past perfect? It's one tense before, or it's one time before. Look, he said he had been there. It means that first he was there, and then he said it. So the second action, he had been there, right? This action happened earlier than the first action in this sentence. So the second action in this sentence happened earlier than the first action in this sentence. So he said he had been there, and so that's why we need to use this structure. Right. And there is one more, so very advanced structure. So will have been. So we use it with future perfect. Okay, I think that you need to see it better than it is now, and I think it's better. So will have been. So let's look at this example. I will have been in the city for a month by next week. So you know that we use future perfect when we have for and by in a sentence, in our sentence. So you see, for a month and by next week. Okay, so if we didn't have these expressions, so we could say I will be in the city. Right, we could use future simple, or we could use short form I'll be in the city. But if we have for and by, so there is only one possible option. Right, we need to use future perfect. I will have been in the city for a month by next week. Okay, my friends, and you see, it's very important to understand so what English tenses are in front of you. So what English tenses you see in the text, what English tenses you see, well, what English tenses you hear. Okay, and you know, it's just the first actually part of this presentation. So it's basic version, and there are more advanced things we're going to talk about. Right. Okay, let's get back to the beginning, to the very beginning, or let's look at the top of the slide. So to sum up, right, so we use am, is, are So with present simple, was, were with past simple, will be with future simple, have been or has been with so present perfect, had been with past perfect, and will have been future perfect. But there are more difficult things, there are more exceptions, and so we're going to talk about all these things too. Thank you. Okay, good. So are you with us? I hope so. Right. So we see that we use am, is, are with present simple. Right. But it can be used in more advanced structures. It can be used in more advanced sentences and tenses. Look, so it's also possible to see it in continuous. Right. So if you see this structure, am, is, are plus verb plus ing, so we call it another tense, and it's called present continuous. Present continuous, right, present continuous. For example, you can say, so I'm watching this video with great pleasure. So I'm watching this video with great pleasure. I'm watching this video with great pleasure. So it's happening in the moment, at the moment of speech, right? So if you like it in general, so you can say I really like, or I watch your videos, or I watch these videos with great pleasure. But if it's at the moment, you need to use present continuous, and you need to understand it, right? So if there is a verb and ing after this, I mean after am, is, or are, so it's another tense, right? So actually we see the same story, so with the past simple. So right, so you know that we use was and were in past simple, but if there is a verb, if there is a verb, right, after was or were, and if you see ing, so verb plus ing, it's another tense, past continuous. Past continuous. For example, I can give you the following example. We were having a rest. We were having a rest. So we were lying on the beach. We were lying on the beach. So we use this tense for long actions in the past. So we were having a rest, we're lying on the beach, and you can continue. So we were talking and talking. So it's past continuous, right? Okay, very good. So it's am, is, are plus verb plus ing. It's about present continuous. And was or verb plus ing, it's about past continuous. Right, my friends, it's absolutely correct. And next, you see, will be. Right, it's about future simple. It's about future simple. But if you have verb plus ing, if you have verb plus ing after will be, so it isn't past simple. So it isn't future simple, it's another tense, and we call this tense future continuous. So I will be waiting for the next videos, okay? Or you can use a short form, so you can say I'll wait for the next videos. I say I'll wait for the next videos. So you see, so we use future continuous for long actions in the future. If it's really important for you, if you really want to emphasize that it's really important, you can say I'll be waiting for the next videos, so I really want it to happen. Yeah, if you say I'll wait for the next videos, it's also possible, but just a single action, so it doesn't show that you really want it. It doesn't show that you really need it. But in this case, right, if you look at this sentence, so we really see, yeah, it's so important for me, I really want it to happen, so I'm really waiting for it with impatience, okay? I'll be waiting for the next videos. Good. Well, And let's look at have been and has been. Right, so you see that we use have been and has been, and we call this tense present perfect. It's absolutely correct, you're absolutely right, my friend. But maybe you forgot one very important thing, that it can be so present perfect continuous. Right, it can be present perfect continuous. So if we have verb plus ing after it, so present, so if it's have, has, yeah, plus verb plus ing, we call it present perfect continuous. You know, there is one very common sentence. So I have been learning English for half a year. I have been learning English. I have been learning English for half a year. Right, I have been learning English for half a year. So we use present perfect continuous with for. For tells us that we need to use this tense. You know that we often hear this kind of question. So with for and how long and how on. So how long? And many students use it incorrectly. So they say, how long do you learn English? But you know, my friend, it's absolutely ridiculous to say so. It's a very big mistake. So you can't say so. It's a very big mistake. It's completely wrong. Right, my friend? Never say it. So if it's how long, if it's how long, so you need, my friend, to use another structure. Right, my friend? So instead of this question, so you need to use another structure. You need to use another tense. So how long have you been learning English? And then you say for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for half a year, and so on. Present perfect continuous. Good. Okay, so next. And you see that we can use had been doing and will have been doing. So it's about past perfect continuous. It's about past perfect continuous. Right. So it's like present perfect continuous. Indeed, it's very similar to it. But the difference is that instead of have and has, you have had. You have had plus verb plus ing, and it's one time before. For example, he said, so he had been learning English for half a year. Right, we call it past perfect continuous. Yeah, we normally use it with for. It's one time before. So, right, so you see that first, so he started learning English, so he was doing it, and it lasted for half a year, and then, so he said it, so it happened later. It's like past perfect but with for, and so we see the same situation with, so will have been, so it's possible to use future perfect. Look at this example. So I will have been in the city for a month by next week. So you can say, for example, I will have been staying in this city for a month by next week. It's also possible. So will have been plus verb plus ing, future perfect continuous, will have been plus staying. Okay, my friends, I think it's a very actually good example. You see that actually there is actually some kind of basic understanding. You see it here in this column. There are more advanced things. Yeah, we already talked about them. So it's about continuous tenses. And so if you want more advanced structure, so it's with passive voice, it's also possible. Okay, my friends, so I hope that it's pretty clear, this information, and thanks for watching. See you. Bye-bye. I wish you good luck, my friends. Thank you. But we often meet a short form, and so we see she's very busy. Okay, so you see these examples. right? So I am here, it's a full form, and mostly you see I'm here. I'm here. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is very special. So it's about the verb to be in different tenses. Okay, so we're going to look at all these explanations and examples, and you see that we'll talk about the verb to be, so in present simple, am, is, are, and so in other tenses. So you see was, were, have, has, also have been, has been, and even more advanced structures such as have been, will have been. So really, when do we need to use all these things? Okay, let's start with the form of the verb to be am. So we use am, basically here. I am here or I'm here. Okay. Next, is. We use is in present simple too. So with he, she, it is. Look, she is very busy. So you can see she is very busy. But there are exceptions basically. So we use this form am in present simple, and we say I am. For example, I am here, or you can use a short form. You can say it shortly. I'm here. I'm here.